Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're zooming way in, not on global infrastructure, but on that critical last mile of monitoring.
Exactly.
We are getting into a super specific piece of hardware, the NTI E-AVDS-4G3. It's a 4G automatic voice dialer that costs about $230.
And our mission today is really all about resilience. We're looking at how specialized devices like this one make sure that critical alerts, things like temperature, flooding, a power failure, actually reach people, especially in these remote spots where you just can't rely on normal phone lines or internet. This is basically your lifeline when everything else goes dark.
It's the digital blackout lifeline. I like that.
Yeah.
And you're right. This device, part number E-AVDS-4G3, it lives in a space where failure is just not an option.
Right.
The whole concept is right there in the description. Ideal for remote places without conventional phone lines. It's purely 4G. You just you pop in a mini SIM card and you're good to go.
And what's so interesting is how it actually works. It's not a phone in the way we think of one.
Yeah.
It's a sleeping watchdog. It does absolutely nothing until an external sensor it's hooked up to say a thermostat goes outside of a range you've configured.
So a status change is the trigger.
That's it. Status change equals immediate action. No delays, no questions.
And when that trigger goes off, it's pretty aggressive about getting the word out.
Okay.
It can call or send a text to what? A whole list of people?
A whole list, yeah, up to 8 different phone numbers. But this is where the engineering really forces you, the user, to be smart. The constraints are significant.
Oh, yeah.
They absolutely are. You're fighting for every bit of information. So for a voice call, you get one pre-recorded message, and it can only be 20 seconds long.
20 seconds. In a crisis, that is. That's nothing. That's
Yeah.
barely enough time to say what's wrong.
Let alone where and what to do about it.
And then the text message is even worse, I'm guessing.
The SMS is brutal. You get one shot, one message, and it's capped at only 70 bytes.
70 bytes. Wow. That's like a haiku of crisis management.
It really is. To put that in perspective for you, that's maybe 70 characters if you're lucky. You basically have room for one short coded sentence.
So you can't be writing out, the generator in building 2 is offline.
No way. It forces you to standardize. The only way this works is if everyone agrees on a code beforehand, something like gen2.offrspnd, generator 2 off, respond. The resilience is actually in the human system around the hardware.
That makes sense. But okay, all that smart messaging doesn't help if the box itself, melts in the heat or chews through its battery. How's it built to survive out there?
That's the other side of the coin. It's operational readiness. The power draw is tiny. We're talking a maximum of 350 milli at 12 volts.
So it'll just sit power.
It'll sit power. You could run this thing off a small solar panel and a battery for months without issue. It's made for off-grid.
And what about its environment? Like a hot server closet or a shed in the desert?
The operating temperature range is really wide. It's good from about 39 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit or 4 to 60 Celsius.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, that tells you it's built with industrial-grade parts, not the cheap stuff. It's designed to keep working even after the air conditioning has failed. And it's also TAA compliant, which is important for government contracts. And it's built to plug directly into another NTI device, the EINI-LXO. It's part of an ecosystem.
So the manufacturer knows exactly who they're selling to, someone who needs that guarantee.
Right.
And they seem to back it up, right? A 2-year warranty, free shipping, even a 15-day trial.
Absolutely. It's a very specific tool for a very specific job. It's all about that guaranteed redundancy when you're digitally isolated.
Wow.
So that really leaves us with a final thought for you to chew on. If a simple 70-byte coded message can trigger an alert to 8 different people, what else could you do with it? What kind of unexpected applications, beyond the usual industrial monitoring, could you come up with for a device with these very specific low-power, off-grid capabilities? Something to think about.